Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel's Fashion. Those are some best goals in the group stage of the AFCON 2023. We are in the semi-final stage as it stands right now. 4 teams in the semi-final. 2 will go to the final and 2 will have to play the top place game. I think we are winding down gradually. Event that started January, that was last month, and we are getting closer to the grand finale of the AFCON 2023. Right there in Côte d'Ivoire. We know that our own Super Eagles is in the semi-final. They will be keeping a date with the boys as they are called. That is Bafana of South Africa in the semi-final. So you saw some good goals in the group stage. The highlight of those goals, fantastic goal, especially that goal from Mohamed against Cape Verde in their second group game at the AFCON 2023. That was Egypt against Cape Verde, the last group game, I beg your pardon, where they actually drew that game and they were able to qualify into the next round. But with that draw, Cape Verde topped their own group. So it's a good one, good goals. And for the Super Eagles, they, as it stands right now, they are the best team that has the best defense in the AFCON 2023, conceding just 1 goal. That was in the opening game in their group, in Group A. That was against Equatorial Guinea. And after that, it has been a solid defense from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. William Strus-Ekong standing like the rock of Gibraltar alongside Shemi Ajayi, Kelvin Bassi, Zaidu Sanusi Olaino, all of them like the stone behind, in front of Stanley Nwabali, who has also kept 4 clean sheets in the AFCON 2023. Fantastic one for this man. Good one for the Super Eagles. And we know they will keep a date with the Bafana of South Africa. We will get to that story and many more on the show. But let's begin with this fantastic one. Let's start with the, let me say, with the combat sports, the wrestling sport, where our number 1 Nigerian wrestler, Blessing Oburududu, the only wrestler that picked a silver medal at the last Olympic, that is in Tokyo 2020, when she has picked the All-African Games ticket, and and also the Olympic ticket at the All-African Games. Some of these game sports will be used as a passage to the Olympics Games that will be coming up later on in the year. But right now, she defeated her opponent, that is Tokori Apa of Bayelsa, in a pinfall in the 68 kg category of the women's wrestling right there. And after that, after winning that bout, she picked the All-African Games event that will be coming up later up this year, that is next month, in Ghana, that is Accra, Ghana, where the All-African Games will take place. It's not only Blessing Oburududu. We also have the likes of A.B. Belgos of Bayelsa and Hannah Ruben of the Nigerian Army, who also came out victorious in their own category, that is 72 kg and 76 kg category respectively. They also picked the All-African Games ticket right there at the qualifiers, and we know that Blessing Oburududu was the only wrestler that picked a medal at the last Olympics, and she's looking forward to pick another one when the Olympics comes calling. But first of all, she needs to qualify for that event, and as we speak, she has qualified for the All-African Games. All right, I have Victor Okoye with News Agency of Victor Okoye will join us on the show. Victor Okoye is right there in Côte d'Ivoire as we speak. He's on his way to the Super Eagles hotel, and he will be joining us on the show. But before he will join us, we have Abba Michael all the way from Plateau State joining us via Zoom this morning. Michael, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. It's a good one. I know you are all smile. I know you are happy for the Super Eagles. I know this is what you want to see with the team, and definitely they are giving us the results. We will get to that and lots more on the show. But quickly, let's start with wrestling, where Blessing Oburududu has actually picked the All-African Games ticket at the expense of Apa, where she defeated her with a pinfall in the 68 category of the wrestling bout that happened in Bayelsa.
Yeah, I mean, we are so happy for her. It beats my imagination why she's not on all the billboards. I mean, if it were JJ Okocha, that had this type of laurels for Nigeria, he will be all over the place. You see him on betting adverts, you see him on all manner of adverts in the AFCON. He's been celebrated as a legend. This blessing of Borodudu should also be celebrated in that manner. I mean, no athletes in the history of Nigeria has won laurels like this lady. We sing about Choma Ajunwa, we sing about Tobi Amusan, we sing about Cameroon Wampo, but no athletes. Francis Obikwe, you name them, Ezinwa brothers, no athletes in the history of Nigeria has won laurels for Nigeria the way this lady has done. One, number two, Tokyo Olympics. I mean, each tournament she qualifies for is an automatic gold or silver, especially gold medal in the African continent. She's the greatest of all time. I expect her to be immortalized. I mean, she should be celebrated beyond measure. That is the kind of celebration that this lady deserves. And once again, she has put Nigeria on the map, and we are proud of her achievements. A big congratulations to her for securing sport.
Yes, a big congratulations to Blessing Oburududu, who has secured the All-African Games ticket and that of the Olympics. A good one for her, and the likes of Boygos and Co. also qualified for their own category, respectively, in the 72 and 76 kg category. But for Blessing Oburududu, she fights in the 68 kg category. All right, let's move away from that story and let's talk some round leather game. Let's begin with this good news. I think Nigeria is doing so well when it comes to the round leather game at this point in time, with all of our cadet teams also doing so well. For the Flamingos, they demolished, they trashed Central African Republic in the first leg of the 2024 FIFA Women's World Cup qualifier right there in Douala, Cameroon. A hat-trick from Bidemi Moshood and a brace from Etim Edidiong. She was part of the last group that went to the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India, where we won the bronze medal. And this time around, we have demolished Central African Republic by 6 goals to nothing. The return leg will take place here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium this coming weekend. For you, Michael, I think it's a good news for our cadet team,
yes, sir.
The Flamingos of Nigeria.
Yes, definitely, it's a good news. I mean, we have always dominated the cadets qualifiers. Of course, the under-17, they have proven to us that, yes, we have the next Azizat Oshuala there. We have the next Rashidat Ajibade in that squad. Chidi had a brace. Moshood had a brace. You are looking at the FIFA 2022 World Cup bronze medalists. I mean, we have all the quality. We have the laurels to show for it. Nigeria is really stacked. The next generation is secured. That when the likes of Azizat approaches twilight and it's time to bid goodbye to the game, we have solid replacements for them, and that is the light at the end of the tunnel that I'm looking at. And we are so happy with this type of cherry news. Nigeria is once again redominating and regaining her status as the giants of Africa.
Okay, as the giant of Africa, talking about the giant of Africa, let's move straight to Cote d'Ivoire. It is the big one, the big football continental showpiece here on the continent of Africa. And we are happy, I'm very happy, proud to be a Nigerian, proud to be a supporter of the Super Eagles, who are doing so well in Cote d'Ivoire. For Jose Pizarro, after that game against the Palancas Negras of Angola, the man has been talking tough and also smiles on his face while he is talking. Now he has harped on more goals from the Super Eagles. He wants the Super Eagles, he wants the team to score more goals. And I know, Michael, you are very happy that the Super Eagles are into the semi-final stage. But for Jose Pizarro, he said the team needs to score more goals. We are in the semi-final, just one. After that, we will get into the final. And you know what it is when you are in the final of any competition, Michael?
Yes, Jose Pizarro was the most hated man in Nigeria before the AFCON. But I tell you what, we even love him more than our presidents, more than our governors, and perhaps more than our National Assembly members. Jose Pizarro overnight has become the darling of Nigeria. I mean, talking about a population of 200 million people, we have a watertight defense, highly disciplined, reminds me of the AFCON 1994, where we had the likes of Uche Okechukwu, Stephen Keshi, Eguavon. Those were the rock solid defenders we had in those days. Benny Roja, that's the kind of reminder this defense is giving us, led by Truce Akon. That defense, you could use padlock. I think they fixed the padlock there, they fixed the key, even a chain. That place is just unbreakable. That's what we're relying on right now at the moment. And I think Nigeria, 6 goals in 5 games, it's not enough. I wish we scored more. I wish Osimhen's goal counted. Perhaps he didn't. But then I still believe in this team. And one more step, if we can take South Africa down. After all, we've done it before. We've beaten them in 2000 semis, 2004, and then 2019. So South Africa, psychologically, we're in their heads already. They know that they are Bafana boys. We are not boys. We are eagles. And that's the difference.
Yes, that's the difference. The eagle is a very big bird that flies in the sky. And when the eagles perch, every other bird goes into hiding. All right, let's look at it this way. For you, Michael, it has been a very good outing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So far, so good, from the group stage to the round of 16 to the quarterfinal and now the semi-final. What's your take about the Super Eagles team in general? And then so far so good, the AFCON 2023 for you.
Well, the AFCON has lived up to the billing. It is now obvious that African football is the most difficult football to play. You could be as lethal as you can in the European leagues, Bundesliga, La Liga, EPL. But when it comes to African football, I'm not sure if you bring Haaland here, you will be having 5 goals by now. That's how difficult the African football is. I think African football deserves the respect. The FIFA president should give Africa her credit, give her her flowers. African football should be respected. I'm sure the whole world is watching what we are seeing right now. And for the Super Eagles, a job well done thus far, but they've been profligate in front of goal. They've not been prolific. The tight, what defense has been the savior for this team. I think they need to work more on the attack. Lookman has been the savior of the team. I just wish that Osimhen can calm himself a little. He's in a bit of so much rush. His adrenaline is too high. Little wonder he was drug tested because he's moving as fast as a cheetah. He's moving at the speed of light. He's just like an electric current, dashing left, right, and center in the attack. Hard pressing on the defense. That is quite unbearable, and that has been the strength of the team, and collapsing the defense towards him and giving Lookman the free space to thrive. I think they should keep this style going, and let's see how we can overcome, as usual, the Bafana, but let's not take them as no minnows in football. They need to really work it out and ensure that they are more prolific. I wish we could bury 2 goals past South Africa the way we did in 2000.
Okay, it's talking about that. Let's go straight to the next story. If Victor Okoye from in Côte d'Ivoire is ready, he will join us on the show. Okay, let's go to the next story, where the coach of South Africa, the Belgian, Hugo Broos, he's also talking tough ahead of the semi-final clash with Nigeria. And he said the semi-final clash with Nigeria will be different. It will be differently. I don't know if... I don't know the angle he's talking from. That's definitely, they put up a very good show against the Atlas Lions of Morocco. It was a good game for them, and in their quarterfinal game, it was also a good game for South Africa. They came out tops of that game against Cape Verde, where Williams, the young goalkeeper Ron Williams, at least shone like a million star, saving about 4 penalties in that game thereabout, and giving South Africa that ticket to the semi-final to face Nigeria. But the coach, Hugo Broos, he said the semi-final clash with Nigeria will be differently. I don't know the angle he is speaking from, Michael. Maybe you understand Hugo Broos better than I do.
Yes, should I say a town hall different from Balablu? The difference he should be talking about should be the penalties. Now that he realized all of a sudden that Ron Williams, their goalkeeper, is the greatest penalty goalkeeper in the world right now, and he has overnight suddenly become their major strength. And so perhaps the South Africa may decide to apply a 5-4-1 formation just to contain the Eagles in the semi-finals, so as to give them room for another penalty. But I can assure him that that difference will not be of any use as far as the Super Eagles are concerned. We will neutralize every difference. That goalkeeper, we will make sure that we find the back of the net twice. I'm predicting 1 goal for Lookman, 1 goal for Osimhen. That header that didn't count against Angola, I'm sure the header will count against the Bafana. And so whatever he says is different. It's unfortunate there won't be any penalty shootout. And so I'm feeling sorry for him.
Okay, you're feeling sorry for him. All right, Michael, you hold it right there. Let's go straight to Cote d'Ivoire, where Victor Koye, who's with the news agency of Nigeria, a sports reporter, is standing by to speak to us all the way from Cote d'Ivoire. Victor, welcome to 360 Sports. Bonjour, Monsieur Victor.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Fash. How is Nigeria today?
All right, how is Cote d'Ivoire this morning?
Thank God. We thank God. The weather is fair and humid as usual, but we are getting there as we warm up towards the semi-final against South Africa.
Let's go straight to the camp of the Super Eagles. What is it like now? The Super Eagles will land that by Tuesday. They will be landing. They will arrive in Bouaké, where they will be taking on South Africa in the semi-final stage. That is the boys of South Africa. So what's the camp like for the Super Eagles and their training? We heard that Victor Osimhen and Stanley Nwabali didn't really participate in the training. Quickly, Victor.
Yes, it's... was business as usual for the Super Eagles. During their training, they had their recovery training yesterday, and like you rightly said, Victor Osimhen and Nwabali were kind of rested, which is something usual. It's not anything unusual, no fears of injury, but the fact that most players that participated fully in the match sometimes are given time out to rest, especially the ones that complain about 1 or 2 aches or pains after the match. So they're giving time to rest, and then later they would pick up and then join the rest of the team.
Okay, now looking at the semi-final game right there, as in the support the Super Eagles are actually getting, how has it been like with the Ivorians in that country, the Nigerians also in that country? How has it been like for the Super Eagles?
So it's been a symbiotic relationship for both Nigerians and Cote d'Ivoire Ivorians here. In that when we are playing, they are supporting us, and when we are playing, we are supporting them, because we have one thing in mind: to meet at the final, and that is where we want to settle the scores, especially after what we did to them at the group stage. So every Ivorian you ask in this part of the world, who do you want to meet in the final? They say Nigeria. So it's been a symbiotic relationship where we are loved here very much. Ivorians, wherever you go, they are shouting Nigeria, 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 and we are also shouting Ivory, Cote d'Ivoire, Cote d'Ivoire. So we all want to meet at the final at the end when it's all said and done.
Okay, now Victor, let's stay with the Super Eagles. I really want to know, Nigerians want to know the spirit that is in camp, the feeling. And now these guys will be up against South Africa, and I believe how ready do you think, because you are there, you see the team in their training. I know it has been a very media friendly training, 15 minutes has always on their training days before the closed door training. 15 minutes is always granted to all the media men, the sports media men in Cote d'Ivoire to actually watch the Super Eagles training. So how has it been? How are they really gearing up for this cracker against the Bafana of South Africa?
Yeah, so nothing really new, nothing really different that we've not seen before. The same Super Eagles, sticking to the plan, making sure nobody's head is up high there. They are all well grounded, sticking to the basic things they've been doing that have worked for them, see them up to this stage. So basically, there's nothing really new. they are taking on a South African side. They met 24 years ago, who we beat 2-0. You know, so they are confident, very confident going into this match, especially after what the South Africans played in their quarterfinal game. If you watch the game against Cape Verde, you see that they were really very, very, very poor. Their performance was not up to par. You know, and then you could see during the press conference when we interviewed their South African coach, he was really sad, was not happy about their performance, really. Was not happy about their performance.
Okay.
So we are really confident that we'll deal with them.
Okay, all right. That means you can tell us that definitely. I hope there are no injuries scare. Like you already talked about Victor Osimhen and Stanley Nwabali. They were arrested. Is there any other player who? Well, okay. What of Kelechi Iheanacho? What is it with him? Everybody thought maybe by now Kelechi Iheanacho would at least get some minutes, get some games or time under his belt.
So every time we meet at the press conference, we always throw that question. That's one question we'll never stop asking. What is happening to Kelechi Iheanacho? Asking the coach, why hasn't he played? And the coach is always, his response is always very, very funny, and he just takes it easy and not saying anything, giving anything away really. Just says when it's time, Kelechi will play. Well, for me, if I'm the coach, why change the winning formula? If the players you are putting on and the style you are playing has been working for you. So why change? Why put in a Kelechi Iheanacho to complicate issues? Probably Kelechi will see Kelechi Iheanacho when things get a little bit difficult for the Super Eagles, and probably when any tries to decipher our formation. But for now, our formation has been working for us. The players that he has put have been working for us. No African team has been able to decipher what we're doing. So why not continue with the formula? Probably when we are comfortable. Maybe in first half we give South Africa 2-3-0. Why not? I'm sure you will see Kelechi Iheanacho.
Okay, all right, Victor. Thank you for joining us on the show 360 Sports. It's been a wonderful one having you on the program, and we'll still keep in touch for you to be giving us all the feelers from Côte d'Ivoire. South Africa game will come up on Wednesday, and I know you are also preparing. Before then, we'll also speak with you to also tell us things that is happening with the Super Eagles. Thank you, Victor, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, okay. Let's go straight to this next story quickly before Alba Michael will just say one or two. For where Segun Odegbami was still dwelling on the AFCON 2023, our former Nigeria Green Eagles, Super Eagles striker player Segun Odegbami has actually predicted Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire to play in the final. And you also heard it from Victor Okoye, who says the Ivorians also want to see them playing the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the final. And Segun Odegbami, our own Segun Odegbami, has also predicted that Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire will play in the final. I will not allow you to react to that, Michael, because we are actually out of time. Let's quickly look at this. Let's go straight to the EPL, where there were some games over the weekend. Let's quickly look at some results, and then we'll take the table. AFC Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest played 1-1. Chelsea were trashed at Stamford Bridge. 4-2 it ended in favor of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester United beat West Ham United 3-0 at Old Trafford. Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium defeated table toppers Liverpool 3-1. Everton and Tottenham Hotspur played the 2-2 draw. Brighton and Crystal Palace, it ended 4-1 in favor of Brighton, 1 for Crystal Palace. Burnley and Fulham played 2-2. Newcastle United, after leading that game, Luton Town did all they can to level up things. It ended in a 8-goal thriller. 4-4 it ended, and Aston Villa humiliated, demolished Sheffield United 5-0. It ended. Let's quickly look at the table quickly. Let's just have the first side of the table, and let's see what that win means for Arsenal. They are still second on the table with 49 points. Liverpool still topping with 51 points. Manchester City is third with 46 points, who have a game in hand. Aston Villa is fourth with 46 points. We have Tottenham fifth, 44 points. Manchester United have have dethroned West Ham United, moved to 6th position with 38 points and -1 goal difference. West Ham has no goal at all, 36 points on the 7th position, and Wolves is on the 10th position. Before we go quickly, before I go out of the studio, let's just look at La Liga table. Let's just look at the table, not the result. Let's just look at La Liga table, where Real Madrid played a 1-1 with Atletico Madrid. They are the top of the table. All right, that is it on the show 360 Sport. Thanks to Victor, who joined us all the way from Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, and also Michael, who did all of the joysticks from Plateau State on the show. All right, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.